Was a person in Vilna, a very influential person, a parnas of the city. His name was Rebbe Naftali. Now Vilna, we know, wasn't a Chassidish city. I'm talking about the times of the Alter Rebbe. And he became a Chassid. And he became a Chassid because of two different stories. And he became one of the famous big Chassidim in the city of Vilna. One of the stories that made him a Chassid, he had already experienced one moifis from the Alter Rebbe, even though he never went to the Alter Rebbe. And then one day, it's a Shabbos, and he was a very big Machna Seirach, and there were two travelers, they're coming to the city. He invited them to his house, and he saw they were something was bothering them very much. He said, "What's going on?" So they told him that we're in big trouble. We're in very big trouble because the sorry? There was a court case that we were libeled, and they're businessmen, they're big businessmen, and they were libeled, I don't know, not paying tax, I don't know what it was. The bottom line is we were sentenced to a harsh sentence in Siberia. So we're on our way now to the capital, which is St. Petersburg. And maybe we'll find some sort of connections, maybe someone that can reverse we have no idea what, when, where, how, but we're going to try. So the mayor told him, listen, I have a feeling maybe stop by the city of Liyazh and go to the Alter Rebbe. Probably wasn't known as the Alter Rebbe at that time, but
the younger Rov.
Yeah, because again, this was shortly on the heels of another miracle that had happened that he had experienced. And he said, do me a favor, on your way back, if you don't mind stopping back by us and telling me what happened, because I'm curious to hear how this all worked out. They went off the Taka, they went to Liyadi or Liyashna, wherever the Alter Rebbe was at that time. And they got a Yechidus by the Alter Rebbe. They came in, they told Alter Rebbe what's going on, and their problem that they have. And the Alter Rebbe tells them, doesn't respond to what they're saying. He says, I have a question for you. You guys, you're businessmen, but I see you're Talmidei Chachamim. Chazal tell us that Malchusa da'ara ke'ein Malchusa derikia, which means that the Malchus of over here in this world, this is me'ein, similar to the Malchus above. In which way do we see that? Malchusa da'ara ke'ein Malchusa derikia. Number one, they were flustered. Number two, they maybe didn't know the answer. They remained quiet. Let me tell you Pshat. Pshat is that just like in Malchusa derikia by Hashem, we don't call Hashem by His name. We don't say the name Yud Kei Vav Kei. We always substitute another name. The same thing is that when we address a king of flesh and blood, we don't say the name, Your Majesty or Your Highness, whatever it may be. And the Alter Rebbe signaled that the Yechidus was over. They walked out and they were all, what's going on over here? They tried to, can we go back in? He didn't answer us, didn't give us advice, didn't even give us a Berachah. That's it. That was your chance. They headed off to the capital. Come to the capital, they did it, but they asked around, and they were told, you have only one hope, which is that the Minister of Justice, there's a park. This park is reserved only for the very high-ranking government officials. And the Minister of Justice takes a walk there every single day at a certain time. Bribe the guard, go in there, because you're not allowed in there, and hide over there next to the path. When the Minister of Justice comes, when you see him, jump out and lay out your case and ask for mercy, because he's the Minister of Justice. He's the one who can
intercede.
Doesn't intercede. He himself can. Minister of Justice, he has the power to overturn your sentence. They did that. They went. They bribed the guard. They gave him a nice amount of money. They didn't know what the Minister of Justice looked like. Apparently, they didn't go check out his Facebook page, so they didn't know what he looked like. So they told the guard, when the Minister of Justice walks in, give us a sign, so we'll know that's him. Anyways, who walks in? Not the Minister of Justice. The Minister of Education walks in, and the guard gives him a sign. It's not him, but they thought that the sign was. Yes. It wasn't. So they jump out, and they fall on the floor and they start crying. We have wives and we have children and have Rahmanis, and it's a travesty of justice. And the guy says, what do you want from my life? He says, what do you mean? You're the Minister of Education, the Minister of Justice. No, I'm not the Minister of Justice, I'm the Minister of Education. Minister of Justice isn't feeling well today. He's not coming today. He stopped. He said, you know what? you're lucky that the Minister of Justice didn't come in, because he's an anti-Semite. He never would have helped you anyways. Let me ask you a question. The Tsar is a learned person, and he dabbles in different kinds of wisdom. He asked me a question yesterday. I don't have the answer. Maybe you have the answer for me. Apparently, he read somewhere that the Talmud says that the kingdom of heaven is like the kingdom of earth. Would you know, maybe, what does that mean, and which way is the kingdom of heaven similar to the kingdom of earth? They're like, yeah, we know the answer to that question. They gave him the answer. He was very happy. He says, you know what, when I give the answer to the Tsar, I will intercede on your behalf. And that's what happened. And the sentence was overturned. And on the way back, to their home city, they passed through Vilna, and they told the story back to Rebbe Falls. And that was the final straw that caused him. He was a very influential person in Vilna that caused him to become a chassid of the Alter Rebbe. So this